Welcome back to Bat Fridays here on One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering the third story in Batman 18, The Good Samaritan Cops. This is a propaganda piece for the cops. In fact, it struggles with finding a reason for Batman and Robin to actually be in the story for at least the first third. It does find reasons, but I would say the story was written because, I don't know, someone felt guilty that Batman and Robin make the police look bad in their universe. But there is no reason for Batman and Robin to exist in said universe, then why is there Batman and Robin? So this is a ride-along story with Batman and Robin going for said ride-along with the Emergency Squad. This is an early version of emergency service units, which do involve the police. Usually involving things that aren't specifically cop-related in the sense of like emergency rescue, maybe some mental health services. A lot of this also gets taken up by the firefighters. In fact, I'm more used to seeing firefighters do this. They even have like a fire truck themselves, though it's painted more of the police green in the story. It's also really trying to humanize the cops. Like, we don't really know much about Commissioner Gordon or any of the other characters that have shown up as police in Batman. There was that one sort of bumbling cop who was after Batman, but he's disappeared. Though by giving them character, it's like them arguing over which one gets to save a pretty girl. So that kind of character work. But because it's a story about Batman and Robin going to events that don't really call for them, or are sort of built in a way that don't seem to need them, it's not much of an actual story because, well, there is no story to it. They go from one thing to the next thing. There's no real colorful criminals. We do get like a colorfully named mobster that the cops help take down, and I think someone shoots him or one of his guys. So that's great for a character who doesn't like guns. And if you point out that he used to have a gun, yeah, he used to have a gun. Doesn't use the gun at this point. I think what really is still like nagging at me from the story is it ends with like the reveal that there's an explosion happening as they drop Batman and Robin off, and Batman and Robin are like, okay, have fun with that. Batman, you get involved with the explosion. You're Batman. It's sort of like we're getting into the 1950s, even though that's still ways away, when after the criticism from Seduction of the Innocent, they had to make authority figures like the police look good. So you would have moments like that where Batman's like, you can handle it. I'm going to take out the Joker. And we're probably screaming for a Joker or someone to at least liven up things. So sometimes they're saving people from things while some criminals are doing something for Batman and Robin to punch because, well, we had to make it somewhat interesting. But they are really trying to find ways for Batman and Robin to exist in this story other than telling us how great the emergency service is. There is maybe the idea of a plot here, with the idea that the head of the service is going to be forced retired, but that is so small to everything. I guess you can argue that everything that is accomplished proves that he shouldn't retire, but I wouldn't say much of the story is about that, or even him doing much. He's just probably a good leader until he is deferred by Commissioner Gordon to keep him around. So something that was set up and then paid off without actual work in between it to get us to that place. I'm just really annoyed about this whole story. It's nice enough. It's not a superhero story. Give me a superhero story. Give me a reason for Batman and Robin to be here. Okay, that is it from Batman 18, the third story, The Good Samaritan Cops. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe with the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Mondays and Thursdays I usually cover a Superman story or Superboy story in either Adventure Comics, Superboy, Action Comics, or Superman. And please join us next time. Same Bat Day, same comic book channel. Have a great day.